Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out two more hopefully fantastic episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, with episode 9, The Ascent, and episode 10, Rapture of season 5. That means we're kind of halfway, we're kind of near the halfway point. I have no clue how many episodes are in this season. 26 episodes in this season, so we're not quite halfway there, but we're getting pretty close. And I've really enjoyed this season so far, except for one episode, which was okay. I mean, I liked the episode, I thought it was fun, but, you know, overall it was definitely the rockiest of season 5, and that was Let He Who Is Without Sin. But everything else in this season has been absolutely fantastic, so I'm hoping for more of the same with The Ascent and Rapture. And remember, if you want to watch more Star Trek Deep Space Nine, you can head over to my Patreon, where I'm 3 weeks ahead of YouTube, which means not only can you watch next week's episodes 11 and 12. One sec, I have to get my dog. Come in, Betsy. Go on. Good girl. Good girl. But you can also watch episodes 13, 14, 15, and 16 on Patreon right now. That's The Darkness and the Light, The Begotten, For the Uniform, In Purgatory Shadow, By Inferno's Light, and Dr. Bashir, I presume. All on Patreon right now for your viewing pleasure. Thank you so much for checking out. Let's get back to the reaction. Okay guys, I'm pretty excited for this episode. I see Odo and Quark on the thumbnail, and those two together always bring a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you enjoy my reaction to The Ascent.
You don't have to take everything at once. It's not like you're moving to Bajor. 1G12 is practically right next door.
Yeah, I know, but
Jake's moving?
I found some great quarters over in Section F.
That's all the way on the up.
Jake's moving out.
I don't have a son. Yeah, maybe, but right now, I'm standing here and I can't wait to spend my first night in my own place.
Oh, he's so excited. I have a new place coming soon. Keep an eye out for those videos.
I have raised a very generous son.
Oh, he's actually moving out.
You and Nog moving in together. I can remember when I didn't even...
Nog is the roommate.
Come in.
Look how happy he is.
Oh, it's you?
So disappointed.
I guess I wasn't thinking.
Ew.
Can I help it if I'm excited? My son is coming home.
Yeah, Nog's been at Starfleet. I miss him. What the heck?
10 slips of Latinum ought to do it.
Do you think he'd mind if I had one for myself?
I'd mind.
Ram's like, I'll do it anyways.
That's him. That's him. Come in.
That is not him.
Don't tell me. Tell the Federation Grand Jury on Inferna Prime.
What?
I haven't done anything. What do they want to talk to me for?
Oh, I think you know.
Oh, no. I haven't.
Quark's like, no, I actually don't know.
I've been waiting 10 years for you to get what you deserve. Now that the big moment is finally here, I wouldn't miss it for...
So nice, Odo. What a great friend. And Quark didn't even get his 10 slips. Okay, so I'm thinking this is gonna be an Odo and Quark episode, like I thought so on the thumbnail, and that's gonna be pretty awesome because they're so good together, those two characters. They just oppose each other so well. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Let's go, The Ascent. I have no idea what Quark's being tried for. I don't even know if Quark understands what he's being tried for, or maybe he's just keeping a pretty level head, but either way, I'm pretty excited for this episode.
So, how much longer till we reach Inferno Prime?
Oh, I'd say 191 hours and 17 minutes.
That's a long time in the ship with Odo.
Care for a game of Fizbin?
I don't play cards.
I'll teach you. It's a very simple...
They're trapped in this ship too. That's gonna be so fun. I hope they don't even make it to the planet.
And even if I did, I wouldn't want to play with you.
Fair enough.
You couldn't make love. Was it any wonder you had such a bad disposition?
But now that you're humanoid...
But do you? No.
Quark knows how to get to people.
That's who you are. And that's who you will always be.
Interesting. Do you think he'll say that at the end of the episode?
What are you reading?
Nothing that would interest you.
Don't be so sure.
Quark, give me that.
What are you gonna do, arrest me? Heaving to and fro beneath his booted feet,
Wait, this sounds like a romance novel.
fell from her shoulders. Her wet skin
Oh my god, this is like an erotica.
All right, enough.
Odo, I take it all back. You're obviously a lot more complicated than I thought.
This is work, not recreation. Books like this give me an insight into the criminal mind
Sure, buddy.
in a Federation penal colony.
I'm not there yet.
That's so true. And he doesn't even know what the crime is.
A security investigation, I'm not allowed to discuss the specifics with anyone. Now,
It's like a Cardassian trial, you know what I mean? You don't know until you're already there. Oh my god.
Cadet Nog, reported for duty, sir.
Cadet Nog, let's go.
When I first got there, I was a little apprehensive, but it turned out to be one of the best experiences of my life.
Yes, sir.
I miss seeing his face.
I'd like to say on a personal note, I'm glad you and Jake are going to be roommates.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes, sir. Time permitting, sir. I mean, if I'm not too busy. After all, I am here to work.
Wow, he's so formal now.
I'll look after him for you. Set
Aw.
a good example.
Dismissed.
Oh my god, look how formal he is. I love it. He's like overly formal.
Lights!
Oh, what a place. Look at this.
What do you think? I
that
think
one of
I've
the
died
beds?
and gone to the divine treasure.
Is one of the beds right at the door?
Next year, this is going to be paradise. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the beds is just at the front door. That's so weird.
If you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. I'll do the clean on the odd number days, and you'll do it on the even ones.
Oh my god, he's so different now.
I wish I could, but once we eat and unpack, it'll be time for bed. Lights out at 2200.
This isn't Academy anymore.
Because by the time I'm done with you, you'll have some of your very own.
He sounds like, you know, like an actual adult. He sounds like a dad or a drill sergeant or both. I wonder what Odo likes to eat.
what?
Smacking your lips.
No, I'm not.
You think he doesn't know how to eat?
This whole runabout is alive with annoying little noises.
Yeah, those noises will get to you, you know.
To what? That buzzing noise.
I don't hear a thing.
It started over an hour ago.
If you don't like the
Quark's hearing is just so much better than everyone else's, I guess.
What? That buzzing noise. Don't you hear it?
all this
I don't even hear it.
inside your head.
I said be quiet!
Why is Odo an actual menace?
Defective anodyne circuits make a hissing sound. This is a buzz.
Yeah, Quark would know, I guess.
The buzzing's changed pitch.
Yeah, Odo can hear it now, too.
Don't tell me. Let me guess.
What is that, a bomb?
It's a bomb.
Oh my god, of course there's a bomb there. But why? But how? But who?
Get out of here.
What if it's set to go off if someone tries to transport it?
Now, what do you suggest? We wait for it to explode?
No, but we think of other solutions. Oh my god. Oh my god, Quark was right.
Someplace to land.
Let me crash.
It's either that or wait for our lungs to explode in the vacuum of space
Yeah, let's not do that.
in a few minutes.
Oh, close.
Close enough, I hope.
Odo and Quark stranded on a planet. I like this.
The Orion Syndicate. Is that who the grand jury's investigating?
I thought you knew.
If I knew,
Odo doesn't know anything.
you'd be on the Defiant right now, surrounded by half my deputies.
Oh, interesting. What's the Orion Syndicate?
You did, so I think I have nothing to hide and say something to incriminate myself.
Something like that.
I just know people who know some other people, and besides...
Wow, if he's not even a member and they do this? Who's the Orion Syndicate? Are we gonna see more of them?
You were apologizing for almost getting us both killed.
If that's how you remember it, you must have hit your head harder than I thought you did.
I love disheveled Odo's look.
Except we lost the comm system in the explosion.
That's not good.
Gets worse. The replicator's been destroyed.
Oh no.
From what I can tell, the local plants are poisonous.
So no food, no communication.
Now we either freeze to death or starve to death. Take your pick.
What would you guys pick? I'd maybe freeze to death.
I thought you were gonna sleep all day.
Nog, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
You pass every morning.
You can work out for the both of us.
But I appreciate how regimented he is because he just means he's trying so hard, you know what I mean?
What's this?
Past prologue.
What's it doing here?
Past prologue.
I found it while I was cleaning up.
That's an episode title.
You changed my words?
Just a few. A preposition here, some punctuation there.
Oh my god.
From now on, if you see my stories lying around here, don't read them. Don't even touch them. Just leave them right where they are.
Yeah, I would be mad too.
Remember, start with the lighter weights and work your way up.
He's just really not the same. He's actually such a different person.
Which means there's no way we can transmit a distress signal through a planetary atmosphere.
Oh man.
All we have to do is haul this transmitter to higher ground.
The mountain next to the runabout.
Times pi, I'd say that high.
Yes. Oh my god. Quark and Odo on a mountain expedition stranded on a planet? I didn't know I needed this in my life.
I'm ready when you are.
Where'd you find that?
Yeah, what is that code?
Get a suit for myself. We can be on our way.
Don't bother. This is only one that wasn't destroyed in the explosion.
Oh, of course.
There's only one survival suit, and you're going to wear it?
Keepers.
First come, first serves. Oh my god, he took the suit. Oh no. He took the top and Quark took the bottom. Okay, I like that.
To see you coming into the bar, watching Morn eat, eyeing my customers as they...
Eyeing the customers? I would eye more too, though.
With a certain Bajorn major.
That's a kind of psychological insight you dispense with your...
You were in love with Kira.
And I can finally sit on a chair and know with absolute certainty that it isn't you.
Oh, Quark, are you okay?
If you damage that transmitter, I'm fine.
Oh no, he cared about Quark for a second.
And I get to wear the jacket. But I get the trousers.
Yeah, you have to split it evenly. They have a nice little corner apartment. Oh my god, it's so messy.
Hey, no.
No, this is too messy for me as well.
You can't keep our quarters clean for one day?
A man's gotta live. Sometimes living is messy.
Jake, this is too messy.
Sometimes when I get stuck, I play Damja. It clears my mind.
Well, while you're at it, how about clearing a path to the bedroom?
That was a good one, dog.
Jake, this isn't what we agreed to.
We didn't agree to anything.
Yeah, you guys didn't agree to anything.
I'll pack them for you.
Don't bother. You can fold a shirt if your life depended on it.
That one came straight from the heart. You couldn't fold a shirt.
After that, we've only got a few more hours of climbing left before we can set up the transmitter.
A few hours? You mean like...
They're like Frodo and Sam on their voyage to Mordor.
7? Might be pushing it, but 6 I could do.
Come on.
They've made it. Oh, no they have not.
I just want to know how far we're going. Every step down means an extra step up.
Fine.
Yeah, you know what? That's so fair.
When the grand jury gets through with you, you'll be counting years instead
He's
of
not even
steps.
part of the Orion.
You know what's going to make all...
Whatever you call it.
They never kill their own. They don't need to. Any one of them would take their own life before testifying against the syndicate.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not a suspect. I'm a witness.
Oh, interesting. Oh, you should have brought him in so protected then.
You were never a member of the Orion Syndicate?
I hate to disappoint you.
But you must have tried to join.
No.
Ah.
Do you think he tried to join?
The Orion Syndicate has a membership fee, quite a substantial one.
A membership fee? What a lame syndicate.
And lying and cheating, and you're still too small time.
Oh my god.
Think you are.
Which means you spent the last 10 years of your life trying to catch a nobody. Might add. So you tell me,
They're so petty, I love it.
is the bigger failure?
Wow. They both hit pretty close to home there.
Have you noticed anything strange about him lately?
Yeah, he's so different.
He's just more dedicated than when he left.
No, Cisco, he's so different.
It's been 8 hours. So far, so good.
He's still your...
He sees Nog so different.
Said my toolkit was untidy. That's the exact word he used. Untidy.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it.
He has to be a changeling.
Undisciplined. Unfocused. Ryder.
Not an unfair assessment
Not an unfair assessment.
of Nog's self-discipline.
And I wish Nog had Jake's ability to enjoy himself.
Yeah, there we go.
Quark.
Wake up.
Quark looks like he's barely alive.
Quark? Quark.
The hit on the head.
Wait, stop hitting me!
No, look how Odo was so scared.
And you saw that as an opportunity to vent years of hostility towards me? I'm dying!
We both are not dying! Here. You can have the rest of my rations.
That's actually intense, you know.
Figures.
He's actually deaf. I wonder if this would be a lasting consequence.
I hate this mountain. And most of all, I hate the Orion Syndicate for stranding us.
Yeah, I hate the Orion Syndicate too.
Don't try and blame this on me, Constable.
Yeah, Quark was innocent.
But you never told me the Orion Syndicate was after you.
You never asked.
Yeah, he just assumed Odo knew.
Idiotic little schemes!
Well, I hate
What do you hate?
you.
Oh.
As I hate you too.
Oh god, we're about to have a fight.
Freak. Fraud. Fascist.
They're gonna break the transmitter. Falling down the mountain screaming fascist. Oh my god. Odo's bleeding.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I love that Odo keeps asking about this.
My leg is
Oh
broken.
no. Oh my god, that's so horrible. What the heck?
Pain.
Speaking of pain,
This is probably going to hurt.
Oh.
There's no way you're going to be able to drag me up that mountain.
just watch me.
Stop!
He's gonna carry the transmitter and Odo?
I'm not trying to rescue you. I'm taking you along as emergency rations. Comfortable?
Not really.
This is giving me big Society of the Snow vibes. If anyone hasn't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. Wow, Quark's actually dragging him. This is the hero we all knew Quark could be. Wow. This actually does feel like Frodo and Sam. You know when Sam carries Frodo? Come on, I hope it works.
We're not high enough. You have to leave me here and go on by yourself.
Don't you understand?
Oh man.
My muscles won't work anymore. Odo?
Odo?
If we stay here, we're dead.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
true.
go any further.
Odo's turning into Emperor Palpatine.
They're not here.
That's right. It's just us.
Come on, Odo.
Transmitter. What for?
Doing everything in his power. He's gonna crawl up that mountain.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna lie here and die.
Okay, Quark. Jeez. That's as far as Odo could make it.
I'll lie here and freeze, unsold and unmourned.
No. He's like, that can't happen. I think the real thing that motivates him is Rom at the bar. He's like, that can't happen.
I thought you were gonna call first.
Well,
He's like, I would have cleaned up the place.
You're kidding.
well, unless we can find you another roommate. Cadet!
Oh, yes.
Cadets don't have that privilege. Neither do you.
And neither do sons.
Neither do I.
Well, I do, and I'm your captain, and I'm your father. What I say goes. Good day, gentlemen.
There we go. I was gonna say, Cisco should just get them in the room together because he's the captain.
It's not that bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
There we go. A little lighter.
How about a game of Dom Shot?
Yes.
I'll let you break.
You're on.
Oh, there we go. They just, you know, became friends so quickly again. I guess that's what happens with friends. You have an argument, then you're just friends with them again. Quark is actually Spider-Man right now.
Quark!
Odo with his broken leg. How much pain must he be in?
Chief of Security's log. Final entry. Looks like Quark didn't make it. Can't say I'm surprised.
Can't say I'm surprised.
Through the wormhole. I might as well end up where I began.
Aww. Oh! It worked! It worked! The Defiant.
You mean he made it?
If it wasn't for a signal, we never would have found you. Looks like he saved both of your lives.
Aww.
Afraid you'd say that.
He's gonna hold this over Odo forever.
When I told you I hated you, I meant every word of it.
Aww. Why is that gonna?
So did I.
They never say they love each other. They never say they like each other. They always say they hate each other, but they really don't. I love it. I really like their relationship. That was such a good episode. That was an intense episode. And we got Nog. And Nog might be staying for a little bit longer now in the show as well. Like, oh, I'm so glad Nog is back. And he's kind of his old self again, which is cool. And also Quark is just epic. This was just like the most epic Quark episode, or one of them at least. So yeah. Loved it. And that was my reaction to The Ascent, episode 9 of season 5 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And what a good episode this was. Mostly a Quark and Odo episode with a sprinkle of Jake and Nog. Our legend, our savior, Nog is here. I love Nog, and he was kind of absent from season 4 because he was at Starfleet Academy. So I kind of forgot about his existence a little bit. He was in like 1 episode or 2 episodes when they went to Earth. I believe that might have been season 3 as well, but for the most part, he wasn't really in season 4. So it's so nice, first of all, to have Nog back, because he was one of my favorite characters when he left for Starfleet. Him and Rom like slowly pushed and became some of my favorite characters, and Rom stuck around, but Nog left. So I'm hoping that now that he is back on this assignment, it's like he's like shadowing, you know what I mean? It's like he's experiencing different things in the workplace of Starfleet, in action, in real life, on a station. It's like a work placement, basically a co-op, if you will. And so I'm hoping that this co-op that he has lasts until the end of the season, that he stays roommates with Jake, that we see him a little bit more in the second half of the season, because I just really like him. And I love that he was so regimented, you know what I mean? He was so like stiff when it came to Starfleet stuff, because I felt like he just really wanted to do this, and he didn't want to mess up so bad, that he took everything so seriously and so by the book. And I don't know, something about it was very adorable, and something about it was very cute, but at the same time I was like, no, you need to lighten up a little bit. And then Jake is like the opposite, where Jake is so by the book, and he's so messy and unregimented. I just love that the end of the episode, it was pretty easy for them to rekindle their bond after they had that argument, because, you know, they are best friends after all. And I feel like if you are best friends with someone, you can have an argument with them, but then also just go back to being their friend in the same day. And so it's so nice that they kind of learned from each other a little bit at the end, and now Nog will be a little bit more messy, a little bit more by the book, and Jake will be a little bit more clean? That's not a word, more clean. But this episode really focused on Odo and Quark, and I just really love the relationship between those two, because they are so different but similar to each other. Because Odo is so secretive, and he likes everything to be lawful, while Quark is also so secretive, but he is very unlawful. And so the two butt heads all the time in really fun and interesting ways. Whenever they are together, it's great. But this episode really brought them together in a very legendary way. I don't think we've had a full Quark and Odo episode. We've had moments where they've been alone, but I don't think we've had a full-on Quark and Odo alone episode. And they were contained in a runabout for half of it, and then stranded on a planet for the other half. So that's really a really good setting for tensions to rise, and tensions did rise in this. We also learned about the Orion Syndicate, which is something that's very interesting. I don't know if they're ever going to come back, but they just kind of said that the Orion Syndicate is a pretty intense syndicate. You know, the members would die before saying anything about them. Kind of reminded me when they were building up the Dominion in season 2. It kind of reminded me of that, but it felt less like a build-up. But I don't know, we could get the Orion Syndicate later on in the show for what it's worth, because that would be pretty cool. But if we don't, then it's cool to get a little glimpse into the crime network of Star Trek and just hear about the Orion Syndicate, and maybe one day someone will make something of that in the future. But back to Quark and Odo, I really love their relationship as well, because they do respect each other and they do care about each other, but they just never say it, and that's what's so fun about it. You know, at the very end of the episode, after Quark saved Odo's life, and you know, Quark's like, I meant every word of it when I said I hated you, and Odo's like, I feel the same, and then they both start laughing. Like, there is this love and appreciation and respect between the two of them, but they're too stubborn to admit it. You know what I mean? Like, if they admitted it, it would be like losing this war that they have with each other. And so that's one of the reasons why I like this episode. And you can see that a lot throughout the episode. You know, whenever Quark, you know, when Quark is like sleeping, for instance, or if Quark is injured, then you can see Odo like scrambling in his voice. He feels panicked, and then when Quark wakes up, he's like, you know, I don't actually care about you. I care about the transmitter. And then Quark is the same, you know, helping Odo with his broken leg, actually dragging Odo up half of the mountain before Quark goes on by himself and saves Odo. Like, I don't know, there's just this really nice connection, but also hatred war between the two. And it just flip-flops, and I really, really enjoy it because the hatred isn't actual hatred. It's more like pettiness and stubbornness and just different ideologies clashing, but they do have this respect for each other. So I don't know. I really liked it, and it was very obvious in this episode that they do have this likeness for each other in a way, you know what I mean, this respect for each other. And overall it was just like a very intense episode. It was very thrilling, it was very gripping. Quark climbing that mountain at the end by himself was so intense. One of the more intense Quark episodes, I have to say. I really liked this episode, one of my favorite Quark episodes, I think. So anyways, that is my reaction, and let's get into the next episode now. Episode 10 of season 5, Rapture. Hope you enjoy.
Jetsia, you're looking at the most important Bajoran icon ever painted, the only known proof
And you're sighing?
ever existed. And all you have to say is,
It's just that you both gave it such a build-up, I thought it would be a lot bigger.
So fair. It's like the Mona Lisa, bro.
I thought you said it was going to be returned to the State Museum in Ilvia.
It will be. Tomorrow.
But we're gonna keep it here.
it said they marked the city's place in the cosmos.
Beautiful markings.
Supposedly,
That's me when I look at paintings. Oh, great. Colors.
Which is why Bahala is likely to remain lost.
Think we're gonna see Bahala in this episode?
It said only someone who had been touched by the prophets could find the ruins of Bahala.
Well, Cisco? He's like,
computer,
I'll do it
magnify.
tomorrow. I can do it in my sleep.
Magnify D2.
It's a little too blurry. Unless we have an enhanced feature. I feel like Star Trek has an enhanced feature.
Process Cisco image file 376. Reduce in size 75%.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, the other sides are blank.
Reverse image and enhance.
Ah, I knew we had an enhance. Why's he saying like that? That can't be comfortable. I'm never comfortable sitting like that.
Like puzzles, I have a wide assortment of pleasure mazes, and they all come with a surprise in the center.
Oh my god, a pleasure maze?
I'll save the program myself.
Oh my days.
Quark to infirmary. Medical emergency in Hollow Suite 4.
What happened? The computer's like, you can't save this. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Maybe the Rapture's gonna be a Rapture in Cisco's brain. No, I don't know. This feels like a Bajoran episode though. So I quite like the Bajoran episodes actually. I know some people don't like the Bajoran episodes, but I quite like it. I think it's some interesting discourse. So I'm pretty excited for this. And I also like Detective Cisco, you know, being like that little archaeologist detective. I think that's pretty cool.
Lucky for you.
Then why am I being arrested?
Wait
I
a
already
second.
told you it was
Yates is in this episode.
a minor technical difficulty. No, you can't
Yates
arrest
is in
someone
this
for a minor
episode.
technical difficulty.
Wynn is in the... No way, this is going to be the best episode of all time. Yates and Wynn are coming back?
If anyone should be arrested for negligence, it's Chief O'Brien.
Tell it to the magistrate.
We should arrest him.
Does my uniform look any brighter to you?
Yes.
Why is he wearing the grey uniform?
If you experience any other side effects, such as headaches, dizziness, even nausea, let me know immediately.
What is it, Cisco? It's like Cisco's on a hallucinogen or something, you know?
I guess, you'll be cooking tomorrow night.
Why is that?
To welcome back Cassidy Yates to
Oh my
the
god.
station.
So she's out of prison now.
Jambalaya that she likes so much.
We'll see.
She served her time, and maybe we can move on.
She's paid the price for what she did.
I suppose so.
Yeah, but she did lie to Cisco too. That is a deeper wound.
Yeah.
It's giving him the power. It's giving him the power to find the city.
I'll take it in here.
Hello, Ben.
Admiral.
What a nice looking guy.
Bejor's petition to join the Federation has been approved.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
about time.
Kai Wen gets shut down.
The Bajorans requested that the signing ceremony take place on your station.
Oh, wow.
You spruce up that floating bicycle wheel of yours. Count on me.
Welcome,
Got the new
Klingons.
logo?
Not that one.
Welcome, Klingons. Yeah.
I take it you think the Federation membership is going to be good for business?
So there's going to be a lot of important people on this station, including Kai Wynn.
The more they talk, the more they let slip things that I shouldn't know, and that...
And then you can get your little seedy hands on it.
Enjoying the celebration?
As far as I'm concerned, Starfleet should accept a new member every week.
Yeah, so fair. Then we get a party every week.
A lot of things. My time on the station, my dealings with Starfleet, but mostly the captain.
Cisco.
Persuasive. No doubt about it. They made me a believer. Well,
Oh, he's also the emissary, right? So that affects it. Nice to see Kira. She has not been in this season very much, for obvious reasons.
Captain!
No, he's like thinking or something. Maybe there's like
Benjamin!
the prophets are in his head now too or something.
It was the eve of the Peldor Festival. I could hear them ringing the temple chimes.
You were dreaming.
No, I was there.
He got transported there as something in his mind.
The orbs, the occupation, the discovery of the wormhole.
He understands everything.
For one moment, I could see the pattern that held it all together.
Oh, wow.
Prophets chose well when they made you their emissary.
How does it all fit together?
I wish I knew.
You forgot it?
If I found you in the middle of a pot Temfar, I'd be worried about you too.
Sir, I've just received word that Kai Wynn is on her way to the station.
He's like, no, get her
She
out,
should
get
arrive
her
in
out.
less than 2 hours.
Banned from the station. I love how disappointed Kira is.
Kai Wynn.
Greetings, my child.
I missed her so much.
Very sweet.
I want to punch her already.
Federation is very pleased with the job he's done.
I thought everyone was.
Well, not everyone.
Yeah, she is so against it. Oh my god.
Hello, Ben.
Oh my god.
Jake said I could find you here.
Oh, he just goes in straight for the kiss.
What are you doing for the next few hours?
I don't know. I just got here.
Why don't you come to Bajor with me?
She's like, what?
The sacred lost city of Bajor. You see these markings here?
Look, he's holding her hand.
Well, I'm not even sure where I'm staying yet.
You can have your old quarters.
Aww.
If you...
Wait, this is so cute. He just immediately accepted her.
Everything is just as you left it. I have some pull with the station's CO.
I've missed you.
I'm glad you're back.
I missed Cassidy.
Somehow I don't think you'll take no for an answer.
I really missed Cassidy, actually. I really like their relationship, so I'm so glad that she's back. She's served her time. Hopefully Cisco just keeps accepting her like this. We move on. Let's do it.
I don't want to be negative, Ben, but this doesn't look like a lost city to me.
Just wait.
Come on, stay close. We're not far from...
Oh no.
Or obsessing over an ancient Bajoran city? Is that a side effect too?
You're being negative again.
I think it comes with it. I think it comes with it.
Ben, it's a wall of stone.
But what's behind the wall?
It's like a wall that keeps it safe or something. Okay, it's a giant cavern. That's good. Oh, sick. Oh my god, it's one of the pillars. It's actually one of the pillars.
So is keel hauling, but right now we should focus on accommodations. Don't you agree, Major? Major?
She's so zoned out.
Bajoran archaeologists have been searching for the sacred city for 10,000 years. He found it in just a few days.
They must suck.
A sign from the prophets.
I wonder if the prophets can help us find quarters for Captain Rifkin.
I love Odo. Oh, my mood goes down whenever wind comes.
Good luck.
I was about to say the same to you.
I love Odo.
I'm asking if you think the emissary will forgive me.
For what?
Forgive you.
For bombing the school in season 1?
Well, I was wrong. I know that now. Only someone touched by the prophets could have found Bahala.
Does she know?
I'm going to follow the path the emissary has laid out for us.
Oh, she feels so defeated, doesn't she? She's like, man, I actually have to listen to this guy.
Those of you who were in the resistance, you're all the same. You think you're the only ones who fought the Cardassians. That you saved Bajor single-handedly.
I wonder what Wynn did.
I was in a Cardassian prison camp for 5 years.
Oh my god.
And I can remember each and every beating I suffered.
Oh my god.
All I had was my faith and my courage.
Makes sense why she's so religious, you know what I mean? Wow, Wynn actually brought up some good points there. I've never once sided with Wynn, but I think I sided with her right then for a second.
Ben, so this is the ancient city of Bala.
Bahala.
Bahala.
I know that's what the Bajorans think. But just between me and you, what really happened?
No, that's what happened.
And they started after that accident. I don't know, Ben. This is a little strange.
You didn't come here to see Bahala, did you?
I mean, someone who doesn't believe in the prophets would think it's strange.
Not sorry enough to return my comm signals. All 3 of them. That could get an officer in a lot of trouble. Look, Ben.
Oh, he just found this. He got Bajor into the Federation.
That means we need to depend on you more than ever.
Don't worry. I won't let you down.
You can depend on Cisco.
I wish I could explain it better, but I can't!
You're scaring me with this, Ben.
I'm a little scared too, Admiral.
Yeah, he doesn't understand it.
But I want you back on the station by 0700 hours tomorrow. You report to Dr. Bashir for a complete physical.
That's fair enough.
And I'd rather not do that unless it were absolutely necessary.
So in the meantime, he's going to keep having visions.
He doesn't want him to have visions.
For trouble the minute he allowed the Bajorans to call him emissary.
If he had visions about the Dominion, he would allow it. But since it's not about that, sorry, you can't have it. Yeah, they're gonna really revere him now because he found Bahala.
You don't belong here. Go home.
Was that guy just here for the party? It's just because, like, leave the station.
You can stop worrying about him. He forgives you.
Oh my days.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Captain.
You think he has visions anymore? I don't think so. Oh.
But just as quickly as they came, they moved on. Now I know where they were going. Cardassia.
Why were they going to Cardassia?
What do the locusts represent? And why Cardassia?
You were dreaming, and dreams don't always make sense.
This was no dream.
It sounds like a vision.
Repolarize your neural sheaths.
How will that affect my visions?
That's not really the issue here, is it?
Yeah, he's like, I don't want you to have visions.
Your brain activity will return to normal, and the visions will stop.
He's like, I gotta vision everything first.
Then you can't do it.
Ben.
Oh, what?
You could die.
I understand that.
Wow.
Something extraordinary. I have to see it through.
Okay, Cisco, I'm here with you.
I remember the first time I held you in my hands. You were only a few minutes old.
A few minutes old? Why is that so funny?
That I'm holding in my hands now is the universe itself.
That's awesome.
Time, emissary, if you're ready.
I am.
I can't believe he's actually working with Kai Wynn.
The emissary has asked for help in his journey. I'm providing it.
You are helping.
Do you trust her?
Yeah, that's me.
He is the emissary. The prophets will take care of him.
With all due respect, Major, I'd rather see Julian take care of him.
Why is everyone wearing these gray uniforms? What are they for?
But the prophets are leading the emissary on this path for a reason.
Celebration uniforms or something?
Without it, there can be no victory. If the captain's faith is strong, he will prevail.
I can see Klingons believing in faith. That makes a lot of sense.
Emissary?
I'm ready.
Oh my god. These headaches look insane.
I need to bring the visions into focus. Tie them together.
But do you think if he just like he just sees the future, he's like, oh yeah, we beat the Dominion. No worries.
I need to do it now.
As you wish.
Even Wynn is being like, maybe you should stop right now.
How do these orb experiences last?
Minutes, hours, sometimes days.
Oh my god, we can't delay this signing for days.
I'm sure the emissary would want to be here, but under the circumstances.
Okay, let's get started then.
An admiral could hope for. The Federation is not just a union of planets. It's much more.
Oh my god, here he comes.
Get him to the infirmary.
No. I have to tell them.
What if he's like, don't join, don't join?
He'll destroy Bajor unless it stands alone.
Ben, what the hell are you talking about?
What?
It will be destroyed.
What? But why? Do they need to rebuild themselves more first?
Captain Sisko made it clear he didn't want surgery.
What are you suggesting, Major? We
Can't
stand
just
around?
do surgery on someone.
Captain Sisko refused surgery, and I can't go against the decision of my patient.
Yeah.
Express consent of his closest relative.
It should be Jake.
Dad.
He's gonna say yes. Jake's gonna say yes.
But I need you. I'm sorry. Do what you have to do.
Prepare for surgery.
Do what you have
Afraid
to
I'm
do.
gonna come to-
No more visions for Sisko. He's going to be disappointed. But Bajor is not going to join the Federation.
To interfere with the emissary's vision.
It wasn't the Federation. It was his son, and he had every right to make that decision.
Yeah, that's true.
I would trust the prophets.
Maybe we're the ones who need to trust the prophets. For all we know, this is part of their plan. Maybe
Sisko was supposed to lose the visions.
The Council of Ministers has voted to delay acceptance of Federation membership.
Wow.
Before Captain Sisko found Valhalla, my path was clear.
Interesting.
Now nothing is certain.
Oh wow, maybe we're turning a new leaf. Wow, it's so... I don't hate Win in this episode, you know?
No.
That's the first time.
I have never felt so certain about anything in my life.
Wow.
I was afraid you would say that, Ben.
Don't do anything rash.
But considering how the Bajorans feel about you, if I pulled you from this post, we'd probably lose Bajor forever.
Yeah, that's very true.
One day Bajor will join the Federation. That I'm sure of.
Yeah, just not today.
In that case, I'll keep the champagne on ice.
Okay. So they'll join eventually, but they're just not ready yet.
What's this all about?
It's about jambalaya.
We never had that welcome back dinner for Cassidy.
Cassidy's so small. Didn't even realize.
You've held on to something important as well.
That's super cute. Oh, part of the family. Oh, that was really nice at the end. I'm so glad Cassidy just got accepted so quickly. Oh, that was a good episode. That was fun. That was interesting as well. We see Sisko. We don't see him as an emissary doing emissary things that often, so it's always very interesting when he does. And interesting the direction the show went as well a little bit. So kind of cool. And that was my reaction to Rapture, episode 10 of season 5 of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and another very interesting episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This one was a Bajoran episode, but more so focused on Sisko's role as the emissary, which is something that we don't really see that often, or as often as maybe it should be seen in the show. Sometimes it feels like the writers kind of forget that he's the emissary, and then all of a sudden he's back as the emissary. But it was really cool to see him take on his role completely in this episode because of some electrocution that happened. I'm not quite sure what the electrocution was. If the electrocution was basically like the prophets kind of inserting their visions into him or something like that, or if the electrocution just rewired his brain, and then I'm not quite sure what that electrocution stood for. I'm thinking it's more so the prophets. It was like the prophets almost reaching out and kind of touching his brain, poking his brain, and giving him these visions, which that's what I would like to believe at least. But you know, Sisko was the most in tune with his emissary side that he's ever been, I think, because of these visions. He found Valhalla, which was this ancient Bajoran city that had been kind of gone for like 20,000 years or something like that, and archaeologists had been trying to find it for 10,000 years, and he was the one who found it. So it was very interesting because he found it. And then we see Win and Cassie. I'll talk about Cassie in a second. But we see Win. We haven't seen Win in a long time. I don't even remember the last time that Kai Win was on screen. So it was very interesting to see her. And very awesome to see her again. I always loved to hate her so much. But I didn't hate her in this episode. Because for Win, the world used to be super black and white. You know what I mean? Like, she even says at the end, like, I used to know who my enemies were. But then when Sisko found Valhalla, she had to admit to herself finally that Sisko was the emissary. She believed to herself that Sisko was the emissary, is the emissary. And because that happened, because he found Bahala, because, you know, he made Bajor leave the Federation because he saw danger in them joining the Federation right now, which is very interesting. I wonder what would have happened if they had joined the Federation right now. He said Bajor would be destroyed, but I wonder how it would have been destroyed, you know what I mean? But because of everything that Sisko did in this episode, her world kind of got flipped upside down, because she used to hate Sisko. She used to not believe he was emissary, but now she does. And so it's made life a lot more shades of gray for her, which I think is super cool, because she seemed a lot less pure evil in this episode, a lot less manipulative in this episode. Of course, when she first was introduced in the episode, she was like, she kind of dissed on Kira's outfit a little bit. She kind of hated on her outfit a little bit because she's pregnant, you know what I mean? I was like, there's good old Kai Wynn being her little stoogey self, you know what I mean? Her little grimy self. But then as the episode went on, she had some like really interesting moments. One where she was talking about her past to Kira and talking about how she also struggled during the occupation, how she was in one of the labor camps for 5 years and stuff. And I was like, oh, this actually makes so much sense why she's super religious then and everything like that. So I found that to be very interesting. And then at the end when she's talking about how life has become shades of gray for her, I was like, wow, I'm actually like agreeing with what Wynn is saying, and I'm not hating on her right now. Is this like, is she turning over a new leaf? You know what I mean? Is she changing for once in her life? So that I'm hoping to see her again. I'm hoping that she continues on this path of change in a way, continues on this path of not just making everyone in DS9 her enemy. So that will be really interesting moving forward. Besides that, we also have Cassidy Yates, and Cassidy Yates is back, and I love her so much. I missed her on this show. I kind of forgot about her for a bit, to be honest with you, but she's been in prison for 6 months. She has served her time after helping the Maquis when she was delivering those medication things in that crazy good episode, The Die Is Cast. If you haven't seen my reaction to that, that blew me out of the water, that episode. That one was so good. I think it was called The Die Is Cast at least. But I love that Sisko just accepted her into his life immediately. Obviously, he seemed a little hesitant when Jake said that she was going to be coming back to the station, but I think it was just because he was occupied with his visions and stuff like that. And then when she arrives on the station and she sees Sisko for the first time, and Sisko kisses her and everything and holds her hand, it was super cute. But I was really worried it was because he was still so caught up in all these visions that he wasn't really thinking properly, and then when he was going to lose the visions, he was going to be like, oh, maybe I don't want to be in this relationship right now. I don't know how I feel about you. But that's not the case. When he kissed her, it seemed like a perfectly natural thing that he wanted to do. It seemed like he totally accepted her as soon as he saw her face again, like fell right back in love with her and everything like that. Maybe he didn't even fall out of love with her because he kept her quarters the exact same. He hadn't changed, he hadn't put anyone in. I think that was super adorable. But then at the end, you know, he puts her hand on Jake in his hand, inviting her back into the family, inviting her back into their lives. Oh, it was just so sweet and so beautiful, and I'm so glad that Cassidy Yates is back and that Sisko and Yates and Jake are back as a family and all accepting each other again. But yeah, besides that, it was a really fun episode, a very interesting episode, and cool to see Sisko do emissary things. And Bajor is not part of the Federation, which is actually a pretty big deal, so it'll be interesting to see if that comes into play anytime later in this show. Anyways, thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. And yeah, if you want to check out on Patreon right now, you can check out episode 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, all on Patreon right now. If not, next week we have episode 11, The Darkness and the Light, and episode 12, The Begotten. Hopefully I'll see you there, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Star Trek Deep Space Nine.